Time to face our crimes once again. Hello. Hello. How are we doing? How are we doing on this fine Tuesday? In my time zone, at least. Hello, hello. 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 Hi. Howdy. Hey. Hi there. You're doing fine, yay. Been given a little bit of the old castle tour and your lovely quill thing. Cool. You had a cool Tuesday. Even if it was infected by linen rooms. I'm tired, oh no. Almost done cooking after a long nap again. Food! Fantastic. Linen room! Linen room. Yeah, I should get editing that Call of Cthulhu one, shouldn't I? I've been rather unproductive at the beginning of this week because my plan for the beginning of this week was to get my portfolio up and running, and inexplicably, Google decided that my website was a phishing scam. So it's difficult to make a portfolio on a website that's been taken down. It's back up again now as of this afternoon, but boy, that was a lot of work wasted. Bit weird. I don't even really know what phishing is, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, so the website's now back up. If you wanted a recap of what's been happening in 16 Symbols, A, there's a few weeks missing, my fault. Again, difficult to update when the website's not there. And B, you wouldn't have been able to check it because the website wasn't there. So, but everything's back now, and I've basically wasted a day and a half. So yeah, that's fun. It's all good. Trying to work out whether or not any other sources. The thing is, this isn't even the website I pay for. I pay for a website, and that one's not good enough because it doesn't let you do all JavaScripty things, which I like because they're silly and fun. I should stop talking about this, and we should get on with 16 Symbols. Point being, I'm ready to do something productive. I already have done something productive actually, because if I hop over to here. I said I would design a better Elder Shroom, which I immediately forgot. So during the beginning of the stream, I doodled this, and I thought, that's not terrible. So I have been productive. Hooray! Yeah. Thought I'd go for something a little more sort of ethereal. Go for the idea of these spore things at the top being like a crown or something. The idea of the sort of collapsed cap turning into a cape. That's what happens when it collapses, you put an E on the end. Yeah. So that's what I've done. Still, less than I would have hoped. I also haven't done a profile picture for Onion up here, but that one's just forgetfulness. Cap E. Cape. That's an Elder Shroom. 'Tis. Yeah, and this is the Elder Shroom's brother-in-law, who keeps hanging out at the Mushroom Castle. He's never invited, but he's always there. Yeah. So now we've got to work out what's happening, because we've arrived at the Mushroom Village. Mushroom Town? Mushroom Place? I didn't do a drawing of it, because Chibi did a good drawing of it, and there's no need to... Why paint the rose? No, paint the lily. What's the term? Gild the lily? Where am I? Yes, I had this folder up. I don't know why it closed. I probably closed it. All things considered, that's probably the reason. Here we are, Mushroom Village. There we go. Good old courtesy of Chibi Netherlands to give you your full name. Right at the beginning of the draw through, like 19 weeks ago now. Finally, we're there. Your full legal name. Chib E Netherlands. And we've gone up the spiral staircase of doom because we wouldn't be lifted up in the bucket. And we're now up there visiting the mushroom people. And apparently what's going to happen there is we have to activate a MacGuffin, which I think has already happened on our way up. The Amulet of Plot Convenience has pointed something significant that we are heading towards up in the Mushroom Village. So, like, ooh, this is important. I forgot about our long-legged guide. And yeah, there we will meet a new important character. Well, a new character to the plot. Presumably the Elder Shroom. Maybe some more. Maybe there's lots of characters we meet. I don't know. But then there's a boss fight. A plot-significant boss fight. So it's not something that comes out of nowhere. It's got to be either a recurring character or something that drives the plot forward. When big world controlling corporations ruin your work, it's forgivable, eh? What? Who? What? Where? What? Why? What? Who? What? How? What? I've forgotten what I said. What? Oh, you're talking about the... Yeah, wasted time. Got it. Cool. Google. How dare you? But at the same time, you host my website for free, so... Can't... Oh, hello. Sorry, I'm missing a lot of good chibi stuff. Ooh. Ooh, wow, that's very neat. Look at that. That's very... I like that. Big fan. Also not relevant to stream. So, spamming everyone in Discord. I was talking about the fact that apparently we've got to fight a boss now. Your vote is that the boss is shrimp god related. That's good. That makes sense. Because I think the only sort of connection... I guess we have two ideas for the mushroom people. Firstly, Gil. He was summoned here for some reason. A letter brought him here. And also this idea that these creatures are only animate because of the residual magic left over after the shrimp god and the hippo god were dissipated. And perhaps the mushroom people know a little bit about this and are aware of the magic being reaccumulated and as a consequence weakening. And they're concerned of this. I just made that up as I said the sentence, which is pretty good. Whether the idea is good or not sure. But in terms of improvisational skills, not terrible. Yeah, something to do with Shrimp God, probably. They probably know a little bit about this. Maybe they don't know precisely what it is, but they know that something's happening. Maybe we catch Poison Nurse tapping magic from the mushies? Possibly. Yeah, maybe Poison Nurse comes in. Oh, I want to make a Final Fantasy IX reference. Can't really do that. Well, I can. You're not going to understand it. Well, if you haven't played the games, you're not. Like Beatrix jumping into... Oh, what's the place called? I don't know. What is it called? Not Bamicia, the other one. We see her just jamming one of those free tree taps into a large mushroom friend. And we shoo her away. I feel like she's more... Like there's something ongoing. She's not just here incidentally tapping mushrooms. Why was I brought here? I sensed that you had an important aura around you. I now see who it was, pointing to Mo. It's got nothing to do with you, Gil. You can leave now. You're a troublemaker. Yeah, definitely not incidentally. So maybe now that we only have one more symbol here worth revealing, or worth trying to work out. Because we revealed basically all four of these at the same time, not knowing what was happening. But now we've only got one of them to deal with. Maybe it's worth seeing what the next one is, just to see where, you know, what this boss fight's going to lead into. If it's plot significant, then there should be plot, right? That's my thought. Or a death. Or a boss rush. Who knows? Nobody at this point. Yeah, let's see what it is. Boom. Oh, it's wrong eraser. But it's plot. That makes sense. I just said it leads into plot. I forgot there was a plot symbol. That's good. Yeah, cool. So definitely makes sense for it to be Poison Nurse. I now have to remember how to draw Poison Nurse because it's been about 10 weeks since I last drew her. What was it? I was shown something the other day and I was like, that's what Poison Nurse should be wearing. And now it's gone. Okay, we'll probably be fine with that. I'm not important, so can I go back to work now? I'm important to the letters. And you're not important to the letters, so I need to leave. The Catman? Catmandu? What? I don't know who showed it, but it was a Catman OC. Oh, yeah. Was it Miss? Miss might have shown it. Sharing an artist who was good. Miss knows all the artists who are good. Okay, so the mushrooms are filled with magic, so the poisonous is here trying to tap into that magic for shrimp things? Probably. Miss knows all good artists because she is one herself. Precisely. Like attracts like. Which is why most of the artists that I follow online are middling. Right, so... Stuff. What am I doing? Yeah. So she's doing that, but what is she actually... What was she... Okay, so there's plot's happening, right? This also knows me there, so that's a good sign. Well, can't be right all the time. If there was a precise correlation, it would have been noticed by now. So... We've got a chance to do a lot of stuff here because we have a plot symbol. Right. Maybe we have the situation where all of the magic is taken away and the mushroom people just all stop. Maybe it's not a global event yet, but it's an isolated one. Maybe she can like overload magic in the mushroom and that's part of the boss? Possibly. Possibly. Am I implying Mrs. Wrong? I'm implying Mrs. Wrong all the time. She's not here. This is when we find out that Miss has been here. Lurking. So, okay, maybe she can overload the magic in the mushrooms, and that's part of the boss. She makes the mushrooms explode. She takes mush person magic and gets mush person powers. That's difficult to say that sentence. Say that 5 times while drunk. Or don't get drunk. So fight in the darkness. So you need Gil. Be interesting. Poisonous, stealing magic, and mush people are stopping. I have no idea what to draw. Okay, let's get a picture of Poison Nurse back so that I know what's going on. We had fake Poison Nurse around here, didn't we? Yeah. So it must be not too long before that. In the city, that's the worm. That's when we got split up. That's post-fight. There's the face. Keep the face. I can work the rest out from there, I think. Afterwards, all the stopped mushies gets resurrected by Mo's magic. Maybe. Maybe some. And we're like, oh, hello. Mo's got a thing here. But not enough. Because we don't know what it is and how to harness it. Because the magic is being siphoned off. It is going somewhere. The shrimp god is getting more powerful. You get to the mush people and they ignore Gil, but then Gil's super important to the gimmick fight for defeating Poisonous. Yeah. Or stop mushies during everyday things? I mean, that's during the plot. I'm trying to think of what to do for the boss. Glow in the dark fight. Don't know how you draw that, but that's your headcanon. I can try. How would the other characters help in a glow in the dark fight? Do you reckon? If only Wick were here. He'd be stabbing everyone, left, right, and centre. Does anyone know how to draw? Hey everybody, it's the pose, kind of, not really. Kind of. It's kind of the pose. Yeah, I can't remember what the outfit is. I'm thinking like if you siphoned... If you siphoned off that amount of energy, it might be worth using it if you're being attacked, you know? So I'm thinking maybe they animate like a massive mushroom that wasn't previously animate to fight. Still glow in the dark, of course. Make a mushroom house animate. A bit weird, mushrooms living inside mushrooms. Like humans making houses out of leather. Maybe it's a mushroom house. Yeah, look at that. Same hat, same cap. Frog's joining in. Right. This fight can be so pretty because it's glow in the dark. You're imagining the cave neon-y colours from Chicory. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it was day at the beginning of the journey up the steps, and now it's resolutely nighttime. Also, if you added Onion to your party, you have an advantage in this fight. True, good point. Onion is literally a collection of lamps. It gets dark in the mushroom forest because the mushroom people have no light sources in the houses because they are light sources. Yeah. Oh no, the frog's cute. Of course the frog's cute. It's a frog. Even evil frogs are cute. There you go. Glow in the dark. Villain sidekick is cute and must be saved. Same with your villain's dog as well. So, glow in the dark magic fight of some description. And then the lights go out. Boom. Also, because of the way I've done this, we can mess with the intensity of it. Ooh, very bright. Oh, ooh, very. Only the brightest bits. We can leave it as it is. Also, it looks darker on OBS than it does in front of me, but hey, that's what we got. Then there's just this disapproving face hovering up in the corner. Cool, well that's a fight. And then plot. The poisonous is shadow. Yeah. It's like, yeah, that's all is going to plan. But yeah, it's a boss. The boss needs to be at least twice as big as you, so gotta have a big old mushroom. Plot. Okay, so I'm assuming the plot largely revolves around the whole. Hey, some of the mushrooms have just sort of stopped. Why? Why is that a thing? Oh, why are you struggling with this, Clip Studio? Come on, you can do it. It's not hard for a boss to be twice Mo's size. That's true. Yeah, most of the party. Very NSYNC. Insert reference to NSYNC lyric, which I definitely know. You're going to make a contraction of bread shroom to say, oh no, not the bread shroom, but then you realise that would be, oh no, not the broom. Well, if it's bread shroom, Brad likes it. If it's his broom, Mo likes it. Not the Breo, that's a Pokemon, isn't it? Not Broosh, the mighty Broosh. In fact, the shrooms eat bread is very good. Presumably not made with yeast. Well, again, yeast probably has as much relation to these mushrooms as lamb does to humans, so... Are there roots to their mouth? Special request. Draw your little yes middle finger shroom. Can do. Let's find a reference. Now, here's a question. Was it in... Where was it? Was it in 16 Symbols? Or did you put it in Art Place? Ah. Hey, here we are. Just for those of you who don't know. And good mushrooms. Good shroom friends. Particularly now that I look at her, I like Tall Friend, Umbrella Friend. Here's the thing: do they fix? I guess they do. I guess they just get fixed in whatever position they were in. And some of those positions may be unstable, which is why they fall over. Sometimes not. There's part of my brain that wants to go, this is anachronistic and doesn't fit with the environment, but the other part of my brain goes, hey, bridge trolls. That boat sailed ages ago. So let's just do what's fun. Maybe this has been happening for a little while. And it's only as we arrive that we work out, oh, it's this person's doing it. Mushroom people were like, what? Why does this keep happening? You have medieval and steampunk aesthetic going on at the same time, we think we're fine. No worries. I mean, you can have steam. The ancient Greeks had steam. They had little steam-powered toys. Yeah, that's definitely what Mo looks like. So shrooms have stopped moving. The elder shroom asks for help. We run into Poison Nurse, have a fight. Maybe Mo's knowledge thing goes off. And she knows that the magic has been drained, which is why they aren't animate anymore. Perhaps. Because presumably if this knowledge is coming from Grandma Bonk / Hippo God, then that's something they definitely know, because that's caused by them. I don't know why I'm imagining it being grassy in a village in the sky. Or on the top of a mushroom. Maybe the mushroom's grassy, I don't know. People just kept stopping, they had no idea what was causing it. Yeah. It's supposed looking very anime for some reason. I am turning into an uwu. Turning into an otaku from one of my Japanese animes. I watched a playthrough of Metal Gear Solid recently, and God. Doesn't help that we don't really know what's up with Gil. Yeah, maybe nothing. Hang on, how do poses work? Maybe Gil was also trying to look for somebody who might know a solution, which is why they stuck around for so long. I mean, apart from them just wanting to deliver messages. Oh, it's going on for a really long time. Oh. Someone had something going on with Gil last time, but don't remember what it was, so you were tired. I mean, I just have a bad memory, so don't worry about it. And the letter they got was like, it's spreading too much, we need help as soon as possible, so Gil took everyone to the village under the guise of I have to go back for postal reasons. Ooh. You are Dan of the Grumps. Who is Dan of the Grumps? Am I Dan of the Grumps? I'll be Dan of the Grumps. Seems nice. You get the idea. Who's Dan of the Grumps? What does that mean? There's Game Grumps. 2 people in Game Grumps. And one of them's called Dan. Maybe something going on with that Gil Nugget after all. Yeah, maybe Gil's actually worried about this. More so than he's letting on. Only haven't figured out why... only thing you haven't figured out yet is why Gil's so secretive about all this, but you know it's a start. He's just really bad at expressing himself. He doesn't want to ask for help, he tries to do everything himself. And so he's travelling around trying to find some sort of answers or cure, but under the pretense of delivering letters. Because he doesn't want to impose. Knock knock. They try to appear like they don't care, yeah. Is Gil... Ooh. Gil is... like... Jethro's getting all up into Mesh's business. I imagine Jethro just does that in general. Back when they were working as a scarecrow, they spent most of their time playing with the kids. Don't know why, as soon as I think of a scarecrow, I put on a West Country accent. W Jets. I mean, to be fair, Jethro is a kind of West Country name. Jethro does not have personal space. Well, he's probably not too fond of you sticking your fingers in his eye holes, but you know, who would be? They're a space invader. Yeah. Are there many Scarecrow in London? Probably not. Not really an awful lot to scare them away from. There are a lot of pigeons, though. Then again, that's because we domesticated them, and then forgot that we domesticated them, so now they just hang around us going, "Oi, we know you." Any other plot parts we need to discuss? Probably. Should we see what happens next? Because plot, we can get away with a lot of plot, and we can always come back and add a little bit more. So yeah, maybe this is when we learned about, you know, this has been going on for a while. That's why Jethro's been following, not Jethro, that's why Gil's been following us around. Hoping he might bump into some sort of, you know, thing. Maybe Gil knew for a while that there was something going on with Mo. It was like, there's some sort of thing here, similar sort of feeling to the spare magic residue that was kicking around previously after all my friends stopped working. Yeah, they got weird vibes from Mo. It's like, you might be interesting. You might have some answers. I'll follow you for a bit. And that's why I wandered off previously, just before, with the whole factory thing. He's like, this is getting me nowhere. This has got nothing to do with mushrooms, and it wandered off. And then a factory disappeared and goo monsters arrived, and he's like, okay, yep, no, this is more our thing, and then came back. It's like, yeah, okay, there's definitely magic stuff going on here, gotta follow. During this motion piece together, the poison nurse was involved with the magic siphoning? Yes. Mo, I guess Mo is the one who makes the link that that's what's happening here, because this could have just been someone turning up and being horrible, being evil and animating houses and stuff. But Mo realizes where that energy comes from. It's like, because Mo understands, well, Mo doesn't understand, but Mo can certainly regurgitate the information that she knows with regards to magic being spare. Maybe not. Maybe she's not aware as to why it's spare, but she does, and what it's been doing, i.e., making mushroom people. Boom. Oh, good. Do you want another plot important, boss? Is she coming back? I was gone for 2 seconds, and suddenly magic does start happening around her. Do we get like a flashback to that scene of Gil wandering off? Where we see from Gil's perspective, Gil's just walking in the forest, is like, oh, that was a dud, that would have been interesting, and then just hears like whatever popping sound of the thing happens, and then a whoosh of magical energy, and he's like, right, I better turn around then. Starts walking back. It's like a reference manual. She knows she does not always understand. Yes. Mo is like IKEA. Right, another plot significant boss. So flashback definitely happens. Just Gil being like, oh, okay, fine. Chase after poisonous? Maybe. And maybe we start the pursuit rather than just being sort of inactive participants to whom things are just happening. We're like, yeah, no, we should do something about this. Run. Or Christie's villain again, or both. Team up. I feel like of the villains that we have, Christie's villain and Poison Nurse are probably the most connected, because they've both got this whole shrimp god thing going on. So maybe this is the final, or maybe not the final, but like the big transformation of Christie's villain's power. I want to just call the villain Christy, but that's not how it works. Because hey, Poison Nurse has spare energy to give. And it's like, do you want to continue your transformation? Here you go. Chase Poison Nurse, then Christy's villain pops up and it becomes a horrible vehicle chase segment. Oh, great. A moving fight. What are we on? Are we riding Onion? Like... I don't know how that works, given that Onion is optional, but... Onion's an optional character. Maybe Fu is riding Onion, and everyone else is just like... I guess a bunch of people could be riding Buffy. And maybe Gil turns out to be really fast as well. Hi, miss! Did not forget it's Tuesday and got lost in the game. You can't approve anything. Hi! You're having fun with a good game. That's no problem. Gee, has it been almost half the stream already? My word. Yeah, never apologise for having a good time. Quick recap. Poison Nurse is here, and she's stealing magical power from mushrooms, causing them to stop working. And she animates a house to fight us. And now some of the mushrooms just have stopped. That's what's happened so far. We're now making chase. So I guess I got to give a chase scene going on here. It always looks impressive when you do negative colouring, even though it's not all that different from doing positive colouring. Just looks more interesting. Fu's riding Onion, and Gil's carrying everyone else except for Brad. Brad's just running. I think a couple of them could be riding on Buffy. I reckon Buffy could probably pace it. Said, excuse you with that. No, excuse you. We've already spent part of this stream complimenting you on being a good artist. So, no. Right, so how am I supposed to do this then? So, Christy's villain's here. Who was on Buffy besides Paradox? I don't know, we can mix and match. Have you had a good beginning to the weakness? I now need to remember how I've drawn Christy's villain. So we'll have a chase and then we'll have the boss fight. I will go back to the drawing we did of mid-transformation because that is currently the form that they're in. Which was... Oh, hang on, it was there, wasn't it? Wait, there. That's where it was. Yes. And I forgot about the dog in the lobster costume. Of course. Of course. Stronger, please. There you go. Useless beginning, but yes, a nice beginning nonetheless. Yeah, I also had a useless one because my website got taken down. You want Jethro to be on Gil because Jethro declared them friends, so now they're friends. That sounds about right. Maybe Brad's carrying Stoke. Can Brad run that fast? We're trying to outpace like a motorcycle kind of thing. I guess it's in a forest, so maybe it's a bit slower. I don't know. Dog's the best part, yeah. Brad's dying, but he's keeping up somehow. The yeast powers, don't question it, yeah. How do I draw this? I don't know. Like low angle, I'm thinking. Now I've got to remember how what the bike looks like. Oh no, I've got Christie's original drawing for that, haven't I? Yep. That's Scooter. Scooter! Remember in the 90s there was a DJ called Scooter. I think it was shouting his name as though it didn't sound incredibly stupid. I always find that with like modern rappers and stuff. They always call themselves like Big Baby or Little Widdlykins, and I'm like, it was supposed to take you seriously? The dog abandons your villain because it doesn't recognize her anymore, and she turns and poisons Nurse mid-fight. Ooh, interesting. You should find Brad's suffering very funny for some reason. Oh dear. Okay, so... motorcycle chase music. Insert Final Fantasy VII music here that doesn't get me copyright struck. Da, 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 da. Why did I choose to draw this? I think it's funny because the anime protagonist archetype, so it's just funny to see him struggle, not because he's bad at anything, because people keep putting him into these situations. Maybe the magic overload and transformation messes with the connection between Christie's villain and her dog. Yes. And maybe that's when characters start to make the connection that, hey, maybe this magic has also got something to do with familiars as well. And that if this magic can get corrupted, everybody's familiars can leave or whatever. Yes. Many middle fingers today. Remember, only flip somebody off on a scooter if you have a third claw arm. Unfortunately, the perspective I've drawn this, we have to see the human leg. I guess we can have the chitinous leg sticking out a little bit just for fun. Yeah, maybe there's a certain amount of working out going on in this part of the game. Like, aha! We're making some sort of connection here. After the fight, Brad adopts Christie's villain dog and has to deal with Big Flu for trying to get into the pocket with Loaf. Ah! He's just a long boy with tall hair having the possibility of goofy walks and runs. Channeling all that 2019 chibi energy. Plot's being figured out! Hi, Doc. You just arrived. You trust everything's fine. Nothing bad has happened. Absolutely nothing bad has happened. It's fine. Don't worry about it. How are you doing? You alright? Having a good start to the week? Apart from being tired? A lot of middle fingers today. Maybe during one of these fights, Poison Nurse can drop a line implying that she knows Mo has magic knowledge powers and resents her? Maybe. Yeah, we were going to have a kind of, jealousy thing going on, weren't we? Now I'm drawing Buffy, not Tori. Picture of a running buffalo, please. How do you spell buffalo? Oh, I got it right. Oh, nice. You have an explanation as to the sinister man with the mushroom? It's a Poison Nurse. Poison Nurse. Doing evil magic. Stealing magic from the mushrooms so that they don't move anymore. Like this. And so they can have strong magic, which they're going to give to Christie's villain, who will grow more claws. Close enough. And most importantly, frog. Yes, also frog. Buffy. Now we've arrived at the chase section with horrible controls of the game. Yes. And you have to beat this chase section, otherwise it's game over and you have to start from the bottom of the mushroom. Which was the last save point. Yeah, who's on what? I'm guessing Peridot's on the front of Buffy. Would you hold on to the horns? I guess Peridot can. Because maybe Peridot has a bit of knowledge about this, perhaps? What with the whole being a monk thing and being taught about shrimp god versus hippo god. Oh, but Scooter's fast or she's going to get murdered by the buffalo. It's chase. Perry's on Buffy. Jethro's on Gil. Sorry, for some reason I read that the other way around and that was a very funny idea. Foo's on Onion, Mo and Jabbar are either on Buffy or Gil, and Stoker is piggybacking Brad, who's dying trying to keep up. Cool. Oh, Jabbar friend on the lizard, of course. What about that? They were gifted a lizard. Let's start using a smaller pencil. What the nostrils of the buffalo look like is probably not entirely important to the agency of the scene, so you could probably do something else, Chris, can't you? Something like that. That's how feet work, right? Same hat. You need to give... The lizard is also riding Brad. We can have the lizard down here or something. So, yeah. I don't know why I decided to do this entire scene in as much detail as I am, but here we are. Does the buffalo make motorbike noises entire school as you ride it? Yes. It's not supposed to, it's a programming error. It's where you like Brad, you also genuinely love seeing him suffer. Yeah. Show affection towards characters by picking on them. No, now I feel special. Also, now you might be shipping Mo and Perry. In the back of my mind, I thought that might happen. Because, of course, Perry is an incredibly well fleshed out character. Much like all the characters, who I have definitely given time to explore in the game. Make some room for some of the others. Ah, it's been a while since I've drawn some of these characters. What? There's about 5 hours of gameplay and character dialogue you're not drawing, it's fine. Is it a Sonic thing for Gil's Lane? Gil just looks like he's speed walking. All that kind of... It just looks like he's a genie. Yeah, sure, why not? It was on Gil, Jethro's on Gil. Just about. Jethro has no idea what's going on, he's just having the time of his life racing on top of his self-proclaimed friend. All the characters are totally fleshed out if you're one of the goons. This is what happens when you ask people for their characters so they get personally involved in giving them fully fledged personalities. Versus what happens when we invent a character on the spur of the moment because the symbol came up saying we had to invent a character. Oh yeah, and that was another thing that happened for people who arrived slightly late. Late, as if there's a time. I redesigned the Mushroom Elder because I wasn't happy with the first one, so I did that before the stream started. Boom, there's the thing. Moving on. Right. We have... And it's also it's also that all the party members are, well, community characters like Pal or Beth, so you don't want to step on anyone's toes. You already feel like you're overstepping when you say anything for Gregory. Brad's doing great. Don't worry about Brad. I mean, like, Grigori was like someone's character, whereas Brad or Stoker or whatever, they're just... There are no toes there to be stepped on, you know? Nobody came up with them. you know, it's the biggest sort of, you never quite know what the foibles are going to be when you start a project like this, but I think the biggest problem I didn't anticipate in this one is we just don't have time to flesh out the characters. You know, we don't have time to talk about how the characters interact or what their dialogue is or anything like that. I feel like it could be good, but we just don't do it. And that's a pretty hefty part of a JRPG. But as problems go, out of the interactive draw-throughs we've done, as problems go, that's not a terrible one. For someone with motion sickness, Bradshaw gets in a lot of high-speed adventures. He doesn't like any of them. Brad's getting roped into a lot of hero shenanigans, and he hates it. Yeah, I also don't know how that story's going to resolve itself, but we'll get there. Good enough. How many hours have we got to finish this off? Gregori has that one pink fluffy bathrobe that belonged in a Tumblr post, and you said, "This is what I wear when the police show up at my house to tell me about my third husband's death," or something like that. New headcanon. Marvellous. And we have a pretty big party where, in theory, they're all present. Got a lot of stuff. This one. It's very floof. Only at the ends. Who else was doing what? We have Jabara on Lizard. Yeah, a picture of a running lizard. Oh wow, Komodo dragons run really weird. Sure, we'll go with it. That way I'm not the one who gets blamed for it. It's Kiro, hello. Everything's fine. Brad's not dying at all. Brad is having a whale of a time. Don't worry about it. Hey, then, Kiro. I do also imagine Jabbo is a little bit hesitant riding this thing this fast, because it's not long it's been gifted it, you know? Yeah, you are, Kira? You doing alright? This is random, generally surprising. Weird in general, but surprisingly fast. Yeah. Brad's having to keep up with a lizard, a scooter, a buffalo, and a very fast mushroom. Very fast mushroom. Also, optional characters in the background, because... if they're going to be in a cutscene, they shouldn't have a massive presence, because optional. I imagine Foo's ears are flopping around. Who have I missed? I think, is that everyone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Yeah. Everyone's here. You'll be seeing your brother's cat in a few hours? Yes. To feed him a nice fancy dinner of wet cat food. Hooray! This amazing picture, please send us into a poster by the end of 16 symbols. Oh, there's so much art to do. And this is like running through the forest, by the way, so it's just sort of trees. Does mean I have to seriously start thinking about buffalo anatomy if I do end up doing this, but bushy forest or regular forest? Both. Bush forest. We've just come. We're still in the mushroom place. Poison nurse on the bike? Probably. Maybe, I don't know. Is poison nurse involved in the fight that's coming up, or does poison nurse vanish in other ways? So quick catch up for Kiro. We spake with the Elder Shroom. Quick redesign. And they told us all about the fact that some mushrooms are stopping, basically, and they don't know quite what's happening, and it's accelerating. And we discover that this is actually something that Gil has been trying to find a solution for this whole time, which is why he's traveling around under the pretense of being a postman, because he's very shy and doesn't want to get in people's way. While we're there, that happens. Ooh, hello. Some stuff going... I messed it up. Basically, yeah, that happens. What are you doing here? You this is wrong. How absolutely dare you? Hang on, give me a second, I can fix that. Oh, hang on, it goes out there, doesn't it? I broke it. I broke the thing. Oops. Oh, now you're being silly. There you go, it's fine. Close enough. It can still look good, it's fine. See, it's almost like there was no problem at all. Actually, this is just a solid thing, isn't it? Affixed. There you go. See? Yes, that was the thing. So we met and fought Poisoned Us, who is stealing magical power from the life essence of mushrooms and animating houses to fight us. Having done that, we walk around and we discover that quite a lot more mushrooms have now stopped moving, and that this is something we should probably do something about. So we've now given chase to the Poisoned Nurse, who has also met up with Christie's villain. And we're about to draw Christie's villain transforming yet more with the help of mushroom power. Stolen mushroom power. We need Poisoned Nurse here to say cryptic things about knowing what Mo is and hating her and shoving magic into Christie's villain to fight the party. Yes, true, good point. So, yeah, I presume... I don't know how much space there is on this scooter, but gonna put... I keep looking up and seeing that dressing gown. Okay, so we get that, and we get the cryptic exposition. Yeah. And then stuff happens. You're sorry? What? Sorry? You're sorry? What? When? Why? How? Why? Explain yourself. Hang on, sorting stuff out. Blah! Miss just said she trusted you with Grigori, so you wanted to make her regret it. For the dressing gown. I mean... I wouldn't put it past him. Right, so, then... Villain. Tempted to just take this and augment it, but no. Going full sort of Resident Evil here. Same, you'd have to try harder than that. The thing is, if you're going to try and do something like that with any character, to try and make somebody regret them handing creative control over to them, like, Grigori's not the best one to be doing that with. Because there's a lot of things you could try and say about Grigori, and I'd be like, yeah. Yeah, no, I see that. I wouldn't have thought of it myself, but I can believe it. And your second thought went to BDSM gear. This is why King Vader haunts you. Remember, you brought King Vader into this world. I just typed that into Google. It's not how you spell lobster, is it? Slob eater. Okay, so let's try and get some sort of... You got a tail now. Slob eater's a little different. Slop eater? Slob eater is how you eat a lobster. Yeah. You breathe life into the idea, embrace it, Cheap. Do not shy away from your creations. You're like Doc Frankenstein, but kinky. Sure, that already exists. I don't think you need to elaborate there. I do want something to do with the face to have changed this time. Some sort of chitinous plate now being over the top or something like that. Sort of weird tendrils coming off. Yeah, she might have got a bit far on this one. Cheap, also known as Dr. Kinkenstein. Well. Make one eye weird. I don't want to go straight down the let's make eyes weird path. I know some people aren't entirely happy with that, so I thought I'd just cover it in a weird chitinous plate with tendrils coming from it. And then you can imagine where those tendrils are coming from, or not. They're just coming from the surface of the chitin, or what have you. I can imagine this isn't doing our back any favors. No, one ever thinks about that with Resident Evil, with all those viruses transforming people willy-nilly. So never think about, hey, is the, you know, what remains of the musculoskeletal structure actually able to keep this thing moving, or is it just going to collapse under its own mass? Anti-terms of service things are happening in chat. Wrong way round. Oh no. Sometimes chronological feeds are a bad thing. Being traumatized with your own art. Problem is, you're such a sharing person that you make this traumatic art and then you share it with people. You should keep it to yourself. And then it's like, nobody can traumatize me if I keep it in a folder where nobody can see it. And then it will just, in the style of the Telltale Heart, just keep nagging at you, and louder and louder and louder it will continue to haunt you. Maybe you don't do that, actually. Pinned it. Oh. Well. Sorry, I'm just looking for a particular thing. I don't think I'm going to find that particular thing, annoyingly. Oh well. You try and do a joke. So you only pick on the people you care about. I mean, if you do it enough, they stop becoming people you care about. So ultimately, no. I don't know what's going on with this. Also, I forget that the end of this album is very quiet, so I'm just going to skip to the next one. Also, 2 seconds into this conversation, you were going to say, hey, when you get your new computer, maybe I'll do pin-up commissions and get some money back. And then you realised it's a very stupid idea on your part. You can do commissions without them, but you can specify, hey, no kink. I've had enough of that. Yeah, I imagine there's a point in this fight where Christie's villain starts to ascertain that, hey, maybe this might have backfired a bit. No King Vader or Ferdinand's allowed. Is that too specific? Well, you should always be careful about being general. It's like the genie wish thing. His foot still perfectly intact. Nothing wrong with that at all. Thoughts on the other arm? You can absolutely list whatever you don't want to do when you write up your commission info. Yes. What is about Zap Brannigan? More arms? More human arms. Could do. I love the disconnect between having different conversations in chat. Did I miss Fernand, or am I a bad friend with no memory? Yes. I know the different conversations just seem funny. No, Fernand is from an RPG. I had to draw them once. One arm is gooey. Gooey. No, you're not a bad friend, of course not. There are far too many things going on in our friend group to be able to keep track of all of them. He says, excusing himself. Yeah, this one didn't go so well. Just shiny, made of goop. Maybe some of the crabby antenna they have? Maybe that's coming out of the goop. Soon this arm will break off and become its own creature, the goop lobster, also known as the globster. I was putting up a hand to try and work out how the hand would work, but at the same time, does it matter for this character? Do skibbidly bap bap do. The glue palm just now looks like a creature with a big nose. Aww. Aww. Their name is Globster. Find another guy you drew. Yes. She went on a pin-up spree. On a t-shirt too, and books. I drew a t-shirt one. May or may not be things coming out of the elbow. Or is that the elbow? Difficult to tell, really. How do hands work? Again, it doesn't matter, I guess. Nothing works for her except her one foot. Ironic, really. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure that, you know, this is going to require, this character is going to require a little bit of brainstorming to try and make it so the lesson that people take away from this character isn't, you know, people with disabilities shouldn't wish for better, you know? There needs to be something more going on than that. More sharp bits. Okay, cool. And we also have... They don't like this, they don't know what's going on. Was her goal to be cured of her disability? You thought her goal was just to get more power and become shrimp. I think the reason she took with the transformation thing was to basically, you know, become more mobile. But I think maybe it just went a bit too far. Doggo looks so confused and sad. They don't know what's going on. Love that through all this, her dog remains untouched. I mean, it got a shrimp costume, so that's something. I think the original intent was to cure the disability, which went too far. Yeah. But I remember at the time voicing the concerns of, like, you know, there's no reason a character with a disability can't be a villain, but making, you know, the desire for their life to be better, their incentive for being a villain is a bit, questionable. As I say, there are problems with not being able to flesh out characters as much as we'd like. She has spare limbs now, so that's a gain. I mean, at some point, you can have too much. Maybe she still sees this as an absolute win. I don't know for how much longer, I don't know. Okay, so what was this all about? The poison nurse. We can always just scrub out the mobility reason in the post. In the post, possibly. Postably. We shall do it post haste, etc., etc. Hey, I drew a thing. It's also very red. Now that I look at it. Sorry. As Drawfee would say, fix it in post. We don't have post. But yeah, even if we don't explicitly state it, it is sort of there. Villain going to great lengths to cure, fix themselves if something is a personally reasonable thing. Yeah. I'm just, I overthink things. I just don't want to be demonizing of somebody with, with issues, trying to fix them and that making them evil. Cut his whole gaze to your chest. What do you mean you don't have post? You have post. I don't. I just immediately move on to the next 10-month project. I didn't even finish the Citadel of Chaos poster. Didn't even get to the post of the poster. And yes, what Dark said, yeah. A part of the poster as long as you make me draw things, true. Cool, so that happens. We fight this boss, that happens. Dog. I guess I can draw. Dog usurping. How do draws? Fantastic. I've just come up with an idea for a really stupid video I can do. Someone remind me after the stream, stupid video. You can remind me, stupid video idea, it's fine. Rib, rest in bread. What? The implications of her disability got used by manipulative baddies. Yeah, maybe the baddies sort of coerced her into sort of... Good people doing bad things because of a world they don't fit in and being manipulated to try and be normal, and in this case is strong also. It's not like a bad stereotype or something to you. Okay, that's good. That's a better way of spinning it. Like I say, the events themselves don't have to change. It's just the reasoning behind it. That's a good. Thank you, Kira. Thank you for your reminder. I have no idea if I'm going to do it, but it's an idea. MP, more don't listen to big bad corporations and less don't wish for better things. Yeah. It's the emphasis that's important. Like I said earlier, when I'm spending much time on dialogue and framing here, some stuff feels weird, yeah. Ripping out the souls of thousands of people to resurrect your wife is perfectly fine. What? See, now I'm just thinking... Cutting back to Linen Room, now I'm just thinking of the plot of the Lodge. Now, I'm not going to quote that one, because the quote that immediately comes to mind is somebody laughing for 2.5 minutes. No, I'm not doing that.
Linen Room.
Linen Room! Everyone watch the show that goes wrong, or the Goes Wrong show, that's what it's called. Everyone watch that. It's great. I think there's a new series of it coming out, right? There should be. They also they did a stage show recently with Penn and Teller called Magic Goes Wrong. Or something like that. Yeah, forgive me if I'm a bit worried about these things. It's hyper attention in lieu of many years of not realizing there's a problem at all. So I could first not realizing or ignoring that there was ever a problem, and now I do know there's a problem. I worry about it too much. Linen Room. Just giving sensible villain motives. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. You know, kill 1,000 people. Nothing wrong with it. And it's quite difficult to draw an undercut. Without it looking like a widow's peak. Bye! Awesome that you are. I try. It's just sometimes trying gets in the way of actually succeeding. Yes. Cool. Of how after 19 streams you're still trying to make sense of Brad's hair. There's no sense is ever to be made. Nothing about Brad makes sense. It's just all the proportions are always inconsistent. Don't know what's going on with the face. Is it thin? Is it wide? Not a clue. Big neck? Don't know. Brad, much like a lump of dough, is still being formed. And until they are baked in the heat of battle, they will not know their true shape. It was a bit thicker in this episode than previous ones. I have been deliberately trying. Because I legitimately forgot that he was supposed to be the big brawly one, and I started drawing him thinner and thinner. Back to the beginning of the game thickness, yeah. I like the idea that maybe that's a bug in the game as well. That Brad's model just keeps getting... The scale, the horizontal scale keeps going down as the game goes along, and then it gets thicker and thicker. For some reason. Like it's tied to like day and night cycles or something. He breathes like a freshly kneaded lump of bread dough. I'm going to stop drawing now and talking in particular. Yeah. Thanks for coming along. There was some weird draws and some good draws and some alright draws and some draws that I managed to salvage just about, and some unimpressed looking forced ghosts. And with that, oh hang on, maybe should we reveal the next symbol so we know what we're getting into next time? That makes sense. Should we? Vote in chat. Vote now. Next symbol, yes. Well, that's 2 votes. That's enough for me. Blomp. Oh, we meet someone new. That's nice. Character death. Quite the opposite. Yeah, so who are we going to meet? Maybe going back to the Mushroom Forest? Someone important? Maybe someone... Is this the dog? Do we meet the dog? I don't know. Let's get this before I forget. Hopefully that'll pop up. Unless I've spelt it wrong. Oh, that's good. Popped up. Lovely. This is the dog. Yay. Hi. So yeah, that was a stream. We're almost done with the Mushroom Village, actually. I guess there's only one more symbol left. So solved it. Next symbol. We'll find that out next time. How will the Mushroom Village end? I don't know. I'm hoping for boss rush. No, I'm not. I'm never hoping for boss rush. Why did I include it as a symbol? Yeah. I don't know. We got the Gulaceum out of it, so can't be that bad. I was quite pleased with those goo drawings. Yeah. So thank you very much for coming along. Thanks for being here and chatting and coming up with silly ideas and unproblemizing character motivations and talking about how Chibi should do more pin-up drawings. We got Schrodinger out of it. That's true. Well, did we get out of the boss rush? Yeah, we did, because we were talking about the Colosseum idea, weren't we? That's not the lesson we took from that. I mean, well, look, I'd be if this outliers thing goes ahead, I'd be very surprised if there isn't some sort of pin-up of Malachi by the end of it. So yeah, thanks for being here and coming along and having good chit chats. Tomorrow, diddly doodly doo, skividdly ba bam ba doo doo wee, like that. Ooh. It's not Sophia Rum RPG. No, it's Sekiro. Probably the last. Hopefully the last, if we can find that bloody key. Honestly, that key. Doodly doodly doo. Yes. Thanks for awesome Tuesday night fun. Thank you for being here. Hope you had a good time. Speaking of pin-ups, hey King Vader, how you doing? Yeah, so we're going to be hopefully finishing Sekiro, which we just literally need to find a key and fight a boss, that's it. I have also discovered that the game I was going to play next, I decided to look up, because I knew nothing about it other than it was an interesting concept. I decided to look up some reviews, and even the ones that are positive say, God, this does drag on a bit. So maybe that's not good for streams. But I have alternatives, so that's fine. For the moment at the door, yeah. Spyro? No. Well, I haven't played Spyro once since I was a tiny little child. Yeast gods! Loaf. Oh. So, yeah. Turn around, I don't have the key. I forgot there was a key. I don't even know where you get it from. Does Emma give it to you? I think Emma gives it to you, maybe. Maybe we've got to go up and chat with her. She won't have it. She'll probably give me some blow, but... Loaf's so cute, yeah. Now Brad has 2 cute dogs. They can run around and get in the way of his legs while he's trying to bake. It's great. Yeah. Just what you want in a bakery, a dog with lots and lots of hair. So, thank you for coming along. Hope you have a wonderful week. I'll be back tomorrow with Sekiro, and then on Saturday with another game. We might actually, do you know what? Now I think about it. Hey, have we seen that one yet? That might be a new one. Maybe. It's the random number generator. You just never know. It's taken this long. I still don't think we've seen the egg one. Loaf delivery, loaf and loaf. Loaf needs a loaf costume. Loaf. Yeah, sure. We could have called the big one Bun. I need to stop talking. Have a wonderful time. Look after yourselves. I will leave you with the soothing tones of Adrian von Ziegler, whose music constantly adorns these streams because he's a good sort. Everyone go and support Mr. Ziegler. Yeah. Also, have a good week. Goodbye.